3, 2, 1. The Mandela Effect by Rosalind O'Rourke. Hi, before I start, I'd like to test something out. So I hope everyone here remembers the Monopoly Man. But do you remember him with or without a monocle? Well, if you remember him without a monocle, please put up your hand. Now, if you remember him with a monocle, also put up your hand. Well, sorry to say, but for those of you who just put up your hand to say you remember him with a monocle, you'd be wrong, as the Monopoly Man never had a monocle. And what you've just experienced is called the Mandela Effect. What is the Mandela Effect? The Mandela Effect is when a collective group of people remember something, but it had never actually been that way. An example of this be used as the people who just put up their hand to say they remembered the Monopoly Man with a monocle is a collective group of people who have a memory of something, but in reality it had never been that way. Why is it called the Mandela Effect? Well, a woman called Fiona Brum, who is a paranormal scientist, started to research into this when she remembered Nelson Mandela dying in 1980, but later on read an article that had mentioned his passing in 2013. She looked deeper into this and found other people who remembered believing him dying in 1980. She looked deeper into more occurrences like this, and later on called this phenomenon the Mandela Effect. Now I'll show some examples. The first example I'll be sharing today is the Looney Tunes logo and its spelling. People remember it being spelled in two different ways. The first way, which is L-O-O-N-E-Y-T-O-O-N-S, and the second way, which is L-O-O-N-E-Y-T-U-N-E-S. Well, if you've remembered the first way, you'd be wrong. Who knew the Warner Brothers actually cared about spelling? The second example I'll be sharing today is the Kit Kat logo. People remember it being spelled without a hyphen, but there had always been a hyphen there. Even though you don't see it, it is there. The last Mandela Effect I'll be sharing today is from Snow White. Now, as I'm sure you all remember the quote, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" But what if I told you that was never actually said, and the real quote was, "Magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" Crazy, right? That's all today. So I hope after you listen to this, you can pass on this information and creep someone out by telling them that their memories might not be real. Thank you for listening to me. That's all for today.